Shalom Aleichem, everybody. Hope all is well. I want to speak to you all today about fear, also known as awe of Hashem. Depends how you translate it. Hebrew, the word is yirah. So a lot of people translate it as fear or awe, but I think it includes both. So our sages have a saying that hakol min shamayim chutz miyirat shamayim, which translates as everything is from heaven. Everything is already defined by heaven, meaning everything is already planned out, meaning we don't have free will in everything except for our yirat shamayim, except for our fear of heaven. So a person could say, how can I be commanded to have fear of heaven? Fear is an emotion. Emotions come and go. So we know that emotions are an extension of thoughts. Emotions are an extension of the intellect. As I've spoken about in previous videos, it's a common topic in Chassidus, that if you look at the Sfirot, the midot, the emotions come from the intellect. They're drawn down from the intellect. So too in a real life situation, in an everyday life situation, when a person is thinking about a deep concept, it can cause them to feel excited, to feel love for Hashem. Or when a person's thinking about a very great idea, it can cause him to feel a bit of fear and awe. He's a bit overwhelmed by this concept. So we see that emotions can be created, can be revealed as a result of thoughts. So for this, we're supposed to, so you could say, how could I feel fear of Hashem? By thinking about Hashem, thinking about the greatness of Hashem and the importance of this mission He's sent me on. And by that, by making ourselves aware of this, we'll begin to definitely feel fear, to feel awe of Hashem. And this will make a person feel careful with their actions. Of course, it's extremely important to have love for Hashem, and we say that in the Shema. And if a person only has fear of Hashem with no love, then they're 100%. They have an incomplete relationship. But in this video, I'm focusing more on the fear, the awe aspect. But of course, it completely relates to love, and we'll get to that later in the video. But so the thing with fear is that when a person thinks about Hashem and thinks about, wait, I didn't put myself here in this world. I've been put here against my will, and I'm on a mission. The beyond infinite Creator sent me and is concerned with he's concerned with my everyday actions. So that is a pretty overwhelming thing. When we spend our days thinking about this, wait, I've been put into this world and I have a mission, and all of my actions are being examined and calculated, and Hashem has a perfect calculation of all my good deeds and all a person's chas v'shalom not so good deeds. This is a pretty scary, so to speak, thing, in the sense where it's not scary because a lower level of fear is that a person is afraid that they're going to get punished by Hashem. But a much deeper fear, or awe is a better translation in this case, is being so in awe of Hashem that a person is afraid to disappoint Hashem. A person's afraid to separate themselves from Hashem. And that's a very high level of awe. So when the Baal Shem Tov actually gives us an incredible technique to be able to increase our fear of Hashem, our awe of Hashem, in a very practical way, a very easy technique. What does the Baal Shem Tov say? He says that a person, when he's going through a difficult situation in life, or when he's in a situation that causes him fear, let's say he hears a loud noise that startles him, or he sees a person like a soldier or whatever, someone who he's scared of, or he sees like chas v'shalom a gangster, or someone who's like a bad, like an evil person, he's afraid. So the Baal Shem Tov says, take that fear and channel it, not at that person, but channel it towards Hashem. Say to yourself, kal v'chomer, which means how much more so? How much more so if I'm afraid of this little person, or I'm afraid of a wild animal? A person sees a lion. The Baal Shem Tov, there was a story where the Baal Shem Tov saw a lion, and he was afraid. And then he saw the word aryeh has the same letters as the word yirah, if you rearrange it. So he said, wow, if I'm afraid of this lion, which is it's just an animal, it's limited, it's not infinite, it's just a limited being, how much more so am I afraid of Hashem? So you take moments, that's why, so when a person's feeling stressed, chas v'shalom, in their life, they should take that stress and use it for good, and channel it towards Hashem, and say, wow, how much more so should I be afraid of Hashem, and being in awe of Hashem, fear Hashem, and not be afraid of this little challenge that's in front of me, because Hashem's the boss anyways. If I connect myself to Him, He'll surely solve my problems. So that's a good technique from the Baal Shem Tov to help us in our everyday life. Now, just to relate it to love that I said earlier, that it's true. if a person only has fear of Hashem but no love, it's an incomplete relationship. And by that same token, if a person only has love but no fear, it's also an incomplete relationship. But rather, when a person has both, when he has both fear/awe and love of Hashem, together they combined they provide incredible tools to greatly improve our relationship with Hashem. Because it's not enough to recognize intellectually that Hashem is worth serving and Hashem is worth loving and worth fearing. No, a person should really meditate and ponder on these ideas enough until it penetrates the heart. Because when it goes to the heart, it becomes much more internalized. It makes the relationship much more real. When we feel in our emotions, which is a human being, a person, he's very related to his emotions. It's true, we have intellect and we relate to our intellect. But at the end of the day, how do we make something completely one with us? When it penetrates our heart, our emotions. So this lesson today is to try to get us to B'ezrat Hashem. We should think about Hashem with the goal to activate these emotions within us, to activate a love and fear of God. A fear/awe, because recognizing how great Hashem is and recognizing how big this mission He sent us on, and we're surely going to be in a good way overwhelmed in a positive way by this incredible mission. It's going to help us get our act together. And two, to love Hashem by contemplating the fact that He loves us more than anyone else in the world, of no comparison, and He bestows goodness upon us always, even when we don't deserve it, and He loves us. And when we think about these things, we think about how He created this whole world to bestow good upon us, we'll surely be able to reveal this love within us. So thank you so much. God bless you. And I want to ask that if you see this video and you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe so you can see my future videos, and give a like and share this video. When you do that, you're helping spread the Torah and you're becoming a huge part of the mitzvah. Just watching this video, you're already a part of the mitzvah, but how much more so when you share it to others. God bless you.